yo, I've never played a gay uncle. She was like, well, you're more of a gay dad. And I was like, okay, word, I received, yes.
Hey y'all, happy Pride. Each year, Queerty celebrates 50 incredible LGBTQ plus individuals who are making us proud, including artists, activists, trailblazers, all sorts of folks whose work is pushing queer visibility forward in bold and inspiring ways. And these 50 people are our Pride 50 honorees. Today, we are thrilled to spotlight one of this year's honorees, the brilliant Tony-nominated actor Robin de Jesus, whose talent and authenticity have lit up both stage and screen. Hey, Robin. Thanks for sitting down
What
with us
up?
today.
My pleasure, Jude. Thank you so much for having me. Happy Pride.
Ah, it's so exciting to meet you. I am such a fan of your work. Especially as a queer person, it's been great to see you bring representation both for the queer community and for the Puerto Rican community. One thing I'm curious about is what it means to you to represent both the Puerto Rican and your queer identities simultaneously in your work, and if you
Mm.
find power in that intersection.
Yeah, 100%. What it means to be Puerto Rican, what it means to be queer. The important thing about that is that I am being me at all times, that I'm being my most authentic self, that I'm not masking, that I'm not behaving in a way that is to benefit others in a way that compromises me.
I imagine, in the entertainment industry, there's often a lot of outside pressure either to hide those parts of your identity or to conform to stereotypes of those identities in order to present them on stage or on screen.
Yes, and both cultures, both groups that are Pride is just like Pride Month, like that's what it is about. When I think about when I recorded, when we shot and we rehearsed the boys in the band, and I was struggling to find my Emery, even though I knew it was all on the page. It wasn't until a conversation I had with Joe Mantel, the director, where I realized, oh, I needed to be more specific about where this person was coming from, and I wasn't thinking of Emery as being Puerto Rican. But once I was like, absolutely yes, this is a New Yorican. Dramaturgically, it made sense in terms of like that time period, whatever. But it wasn't until then that my spine was most up. It wasn't until then that I really understood who he was and why he postured himself the way that he did and why he was so extra. If that makes sense.
Totally. I also wanted to ask you, Robin, you have played so many fabulous characters, but are there any stories or types of characters you're eager to portray that you haven't had the chance to yet in your career?
I've never played a dad.
Oh,
I've never played a dad, and I was my girl Marie Francis stayed with me, and we were talking about this last night. I was like, "Yo, I've never played a gay uncle." She was like, "Well, you're more of a gay dad." And I was like, "Okay, word, I received, yes." But like either one. I'm someone who grew up really, really close to my nieces and nephews and all my cousins and their kids, and like kids are not for me, but there is something you receive from that dynamic.
so this Pride 50 is, of course, our Pride series. So I also wanted to ask you if you have any iconic Pride memories.
I remember one time I shot this indie film called Gun Hill Road that I very much recommend people watch. It's a beautiful film, and, we didn't have the means to do press in traditional ways, and so we went to Pride to walk the parade and hand out flyers and invite people to screenings, and that was the first time I felt comfortable rocking my poom poom shorts, with my pasty Puerto Rican leg, 'cause I'm one of them, like, pale Ricans. Um,
Thank you again for joining us here at Queerty's Pride 50. We're so honored to have you be one of our honorees.
Thank you, Jude, for being silly with me. I appreciate you. All the best and blessings.
Always. Always.